All right, I think this is better. This okay. Hi everyone. For those who are joining me on Zoom, hello Darshini and hello Sanjana. Thank you for joining us on our Zoom class today. Find yourself a book and paper. I'll start class in just a bit. I just want to make sure our live stream is okay. It's okay. It's running. Okay. All right. Hi everyone. My name is Teacher Uma. I hope you can hear me. If you can, say hi in the chat either on Zoom. Looking at you too. And to the YouTube students, say hi there too. I would love to, for all of us to make friends and also participate in class. That means asking questions, answering questions, or just generally responding to me. That way, for me, teacher appreciates it because I don't get too tired. If I'm talking to myself, it's just very, very lonely. So it's nice to have friends in class. So please join us for class. Send the invite link to your friends, to your family if you want to spend time together. Show your mom, Mom, look, I'm studying, I'm learning today. See this teacher Umar, he's talking. He talks very fast, so I have to pay attention. All right. So without further ado, thank you for joining us for English class on eKelas. It's our YouTube channel. I'm now going to start sharing the slides. However, if you want to join us for in future classes in the Zoom chat, because I respond faster there, there's no delay there, you can do so by going to our portal at eKelas.com.my. That's eKelas.com.my. Now, for Form 2 students, hi everyone. Today we're going to learn about free time activities, and through that we're going to learn about simple present tense in a passage. Simple present tense in a passage. So that's the first thing you want to take note of. So write that down. Write that down. So when are simple present tenses used? When are simple present tenses used? A, simple present tenses are used for actions in the past. Is it B, in the future, or C, for habitual actions? Which one do you think it is? So we're giving you three answers. We want you to guess A, B, or C. And the reason why we want you to guess is we want to see how strongly you understand the term simple present tense. If you get it wrong, it's fine. Now you know what your bias is, what you might think is wrong, and now you can correct it, and so that your thinking is correct. So in the chat, hi Sanjana and hi Darshini. For our YouTube group, we have Khadija. Hi Khadija. Hi everyone. Hi Ranji Subra. Hi Nur Azlin. Hello Dr. Kraft. Hi Ranji Subra. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Oh my gosh. All right. So which one is it? Is it A, B, or C? Let's see the answers. A, B, or C. So Dr. Kraft says C. Do you have any other answers? Any answers at all? Sanjana, Darshini, which one do you think it is? A, B, or C? So Sanjana says C. Let's see where the answer takes us, okay? So in 3, 2, 1, the answer is C. Correct. Simple present tenses are used for habitual actions or for actions that will repeat. What are some examples of actions that repeat that you can think of? What do you think? What are actions that repeat that you can think of that happen every day? For example, the sun rises every day. The moon sets every day. The tides go in and out, ebb in and out every single day. What are your answers? What do you think happens every single day? No examples? No one can think of examples at all? I shower every day, twice, thrice, in hot days, 5 times. I eat every day, I breathe every day, I sleep every day, I wake up every day, hopefully. I go for walks every day. Any examples, anyone? Or are my Form 2 students a bit too cool for class? No answers just yet? All right, let's move on to the next one for a while. But here are some examples. Oh, thank you, Rianje. I water the plants. Good job. That is something that you do every day. However, for some plants, you shouldn't. For example, cacti. Cacti, the plural for cactus. Cacti aren't meant to be watered every single day. You're supposed to water them every other week or when the soil is too dry, as in too dry. Which is why cactuses are usually the choice plant for new starters. The problem with cactuses is that if you overwater them, then they perish. Dan J drinks milk every night. Good job, strong bones. I prefer eating bones from fish, like for example, the ikan bilis. Those contain a lot of protein and calcium too. Dr. Kraft eats every day. Good job. Yes, we all eat every day. Great examples, everyone. Now, simple present tenses can also be used to show the truth or a fact. For example, the cock crows every morning. The cock is the male chicken, female's hen. So the cock crows every morning. The dog barks every evening. I study every day. So Dr. Kraft, good example, but we use study, not studies for this one, and we'll talk about this in a bit. It comes to the point of the I and you thing. We'll discuss this one day, but for now, write it down. I and you are in a bit of a different collection. Hi, Zikri. Thank you for joining class. Now, what is the structure of a sentence in simple present tense? Your Form 2 students, you'll need to remember this. Entering Form 3, you'll be facing your PMR. This comes into your exams quite often because it requires you to identify what subject, verb, and object are. Yes, Darshini, John goes to school every morning. Good job. Yes, that's an example of something that happens every single day. Now, you need to identify what subjects are, what base verbs are, and what objects are. At your level, this is something that you'll need to do. So write it down. Now, for simple present tense, what is the format? Is it subject, base verb, object, SVO, object, verb, subject, OVS, or base verb, object, subject, verb, object, subject, VOS? What do you think it is? Dr. Kraft says A. Anyone does anyone have any other answers? Dr. Kraft says A. Do we have a different answer? Do we or do we not have a different answer? Or do we not have a different answer? Do we? Right, so it's okay. Maybe everyone's a bit confused about what to guess. Dr. Kraft and Norafika says A, subject, verb, object, SVO. Renji Subra says C. We'll check out the answers now in 3, 2, 1. And the answer is A. So the answer is A. The subject of the structure for today's class is subject, verb, object. So I'm going to point out for you here. Subject refers to the person who's, that we're talking about, she. See, sentences usually state out what's happening and usually assume to be truths. So subject, she. Base verb or verb here in a basic format is walks. So she walks. Object refers to the rest of it. To school every day. She walks to school. She cuts paper. I burn wood. They chop trees. Subject, verb, object. Later in Form 4, Form 5, you'll learn to split this up to its different parts. 2 is preposition, school is what, every day is what. All this comes in later. But for now, if you want to be ready for that, for Form 2 to Form 3 and then transitioning to Form 4, please write this down, this format. Subject, verb, object. Specifically for the English language, this is very important. You will need this to identify things in class, especially if you're learning English. Okay, the biggest question I've gotten from students is, how do I better study English? You need to identify what you're learning in English. And the best comparison I can give is with maths. Maths, you're learning about putting one and one together. When you put two things together, you get a result. Okay, it's the act of changing things. In English, you're learning to observe and identify. You need to be able to faham apa yang berlaku dalam satu perkataan atau ayat tersebut. Boleh nampak, ayat ni dalam bentuk apa? Subject, verb, object. Dalam bentuk simple present tense. Jadi maksudnya betul, ataupun ayat ni betul. Sometimes it's identified if it's plural. We'll talk about it in a bit. So this is what we're talking about in this class. Simple present tense, in your books right now, tulis subject, verb, object. Subject, she, verb, walks, object, to school every day. As like this. The subject comes before the verb. For example, she walks to school every day. Can you give me an example of a simple present tense besides this? Like Darshini gave me one. John goes to school every morning. I eat every day. Dr. Kraft said, I study every day. The subject is she. You have to identify if it's singular or plural. So she is singular. I and you is a bit of a different thing. So you need to separate that. But for now, she walks to school. However, if you change she with they is plural. They walk to school every day. Why, teacher? Now we learned that nouns, if you're talking about plural nouns, you add an S. For example, apple, plural apple, apples. In verbs, this is flipped. So this is why it confuses a lot of students. You need to remember verbs, singular, you add ES or S. So here's the rule here. I'll underline it for you. Singular, ES or S. This is what you add to singular verbs. Singular verbs. Teacher Umar reminds his students about this rule. Dr. Kraft says here, she helps her mother every day. If it's two people, for example, Aisha and Aminah, plural now, because there's two, help their mother every day. So you have to identify in the beginning, before the verb. The things happening before the verb tell you if it's singular or plural. The verb tells you if it's what tense, simple present, continuous, past. So these are the things that come into play. So if you're getting overwhelmed now, all I ask you to do is clear your board, clear your mind, and then focus on this one thing first. Write down simple present tense, subject, verb, object. All right. Hold on. There you go. Okay. Now, fill the blanks with suitable verbs. Singular, verb to be, verb to do, verb to have, and action words, run, talks, and dances. Plural, verb to be, verb to do, verb to have, and action words, go, kneel, and feed. Take a moment to read this in, and we'll try to do this, okay? So, in the first one, singular, what is the singular form that you can go to have action words, runs, talks, and dances? Can anyone guess? I'm going to answer for a bit. 3, 2, 1. Okay, all drawings first. Does everyone remember their verbs to be, verbs to do, verbs to have? I think I'm going to share this answer because I feel as a teacher, I might want to just share this one because it is tricky. So here are the answers for this one. I'm going to admit that. Thank you. So singular is does and has. Plural of is, does, and has is are, do, and have. Is everyone still following? So if you're not following, it's okay. All I need to do right now is write down this table, okay? Just hold on, and the date, hold on. Move this for a bit. Okay. Hi again to my students in my chat for the Zoom. Hello to Rashini and Bella Salim. All right, now let's talk about this one first. Okay, what I like you to do. Okay, hold on. I don't remember, teacher. It's okay. It's okay. So this one's a bit tricky, but for Form 2 students, you will need to remember this. Verb to be talks about things that happen to do. Verb to do is what's happening right now. Verb to have is either has or have. It talks about the singular and plural form. So in your table, just write down singular and plural, and then the verb to be, verb to do, and verb to have. Okay. This table is what you want to remember because a lot of times you'll need to use this in the singular or plural format. Okay, so that's the important part I want you to take home for today. So for example, is singular is. It is what? They are, they plural are. If she does walk to school. She does go to school. She has gone to school. They have gone to school. They have to go to school. We're talking about here now specifically just the verbs to be, verb to do, verb to have. These are the verbs that you will usually find in a sentence. So in the format of SVO, usually you'll find these things, these verbs, or before another verb, it's fine, but these are the verb to do, verb to have, verb to be. And these change depending on if it's singular or plural. And there isn't much of a ruling for you to identify. You just have to remember, which is why we give you this table, so that you'll be able to remember to use it in your exams. So write it down. I'm going to give everyone like around 2 minutes to write it down. 2 minutes, okay? 2 minutes, write down singular, plural, verb to be, verb to do, verb to have. I would recommend to flip this table. So you're looking at something like this. As P, singular, plural, at the fully. The 1, 2, 3. This is verb to be. This is verb to do. And this verb to have. And then fill up the ones 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So just write that down. You'll need it for the next exercise part. So Dashini, Bella Salim, please write it down so we can go for the next exercise. Dr. Krab, Zikri, Ranji, Rafika, if you're still here with me in class, please write it down. Okay. Today's a bit of a tricky class. So I want you guys to just remember this first, but this will help you a lot. Okay. I think we're good. If you need more time, pause the video and then catch up later after this. If not, it's okay. You can always refer to this video later. Screenshot and print it and put it as a window on your other side of your screen if you have you're using a PC or you know how to. If not, it's okay. Just quickly just screenshot and push it onto a paint or just save it later for pausing and write it down. Okay. Now, here's our exercise for the day. Fill in the blanks with the present tense of the form, present tense form of the verbs in the brackets. The bracket here is walk. Okay, the verb here is walk. We'll do number one together. Verb is walk. Kelsey what her dog every evening. Remember that Kelsey is singular in SVO. Kelsey's subject here is singular. How do you change? Can everyone in the class tell me how do you change a verb to its singular form? How do you change a verb into its singular form? What do you add to change it to its singular form? For simple present tense. What do you change? What do you add? There's a plus here. There's an add here. What do I add to a verb to change it to its single, plural, so singular present, but simple present tense form? Yes, Rianjay, we add a S or we add a ES. So that's what we add to verbs. Okay. So Kelsey is one person, that's singular, and we have the verb walk. So Kelsey what? Her dog every evening. Darshini answers walks. So Kelsey walks her dog every evening. Yes, Ranjay, adds ES also. So Kelsey walks her dog every evening. 2. The doctors, something tired as they have been working constantly. So the verb here is be. Now, because the verb here is be, remember, we don't change be to bees or bees. Verb be, verb to be, what happens when we change it? We change it to the doctors, and this is plural because doctors is plural. There's an S at doctors. When they add an S to a noun, it's plural. So doctors, be changes to. So in our Zoom chat, we had Darshini answer are. So doctors are. The doctors are tired as they have been working constantly. So students, remember, please don't go out to play right now. We're going through an MCO. Make sure you stay safe. Take care of spacing between your friends and family outside of the house. Make sure to not get infected. Scan the QR code before entering a house and stay safe, okay? Stay safe. Doctors are tired and we have like what, over 13,000 cases today in Selangor alone. So if you're in Selangor, be careful. If you're not in Selangor and the numbers are very low, keep it that way. Help keep it that way. Get vaccinated. 3. Frida and Jacob, something have. What form should have be in? Now, Frida and Jacob, there's 2 people, so that should be plural. So plural of the word have is in simple present tense. So you don't need to add, because it's plural, you don't need to add an S or ES. What's the plural form of the word of the verb have? It is good attempt with the craft, my mom Irfan, where the words are because plural. If you remember the table before this. What is the verb here to use? Frida and Jacob, something, not finish their homework. Any answers? Any answer? Blue. I'm going to put down have for a while. Fred and Jacob have. Yes, Renji, have. Have not finished their homework. I'll quickly just scroll back up again to see this. So verb to have in plural format is have. There is no change. However, in singular, you change it to a S, so has. Same rules apply. It's just either as or as, except for is and are. I just changes form immediately. English is a bit weird. That's why we provide you the table. Okay, number 4. Shalom Grace, good job. Have, yes. Number 4, I in bracket like to wash the dishes immediately after dinner. Now, as I said before, I and you are a bit different. They are not the regular, even though they refer to, in our case, they refer to one person, I and you. It's not the case in English. So if you get the word like, you treat it as a, what do you think the answer is? Is it I like or I likes? I want to ask everyone to please guess first. Try your best to guess what the answer is, and I'll explain why they are different in a bit. Muhammad Irfan puts down likes. So I'll put down likes and I'll put a star on the side so that I remember to talk about it later. Okay. I likes to wash dishes. Shalumi says like. Shalumi Grace says like. I like. Where are my Zoom students though? Okay, I like to wash dishes. Okay, so we'll talk about them for why it's a bit different a bit. Number 5 now. We in brackets do not have any problem with you. We do brackets not have any problem with you. Now, what form should do take? We're talking about we here. We is plural. We is plural. So what form does the word do take here? What form does the word do take here? What form does the word do take here? Everyone? Anyone? Do you have any answers? Bella Salim says do. We do. Oh, oopsie. We do not have any problem with you because we is plural. So plural, we don't need to add anything. Good job. Good job. Thank you, Rian. Thank you, Muhammad Irfan. And thank you, Khadija Shamila. I think you're a bit behind. You need to forward your video punya scroller all the way to the right that you're on our live stream and not the pre-recorded lambat sikit screen. Okay. Number 6, you. So I remember I said you and I are a bit different. So with that in mind, what do you think the answer is for number 6? You in bracket take out the trash every day. You is singular. I understand that. You take out trash every day. Is it take or takes? Rashini says takes. You takes. I'm going to start here to discuss later. Rian J says take though. So again, it could be take out the trash every day. Anyone else have any answers? No? Okay. Number 7, Rhonda in bracket fight. Rhonda fight with her brother often. Shalom says take. Okay, cool. Mama Irfan says take. Thank you, Mama Irfan. So number 7, Rhonda in brackets fight. Rhonda is singular. What do you do to fight to change it to a singular form? Rhonda. So what's the answer, everyone? Rianje says fights. Rhonda fights with her brother often. Good job, Rianje. Open up fights. Because it's singular, we added a S. Number 8, the policeman. Be very hardworking. What is the correct form here? The policemen. So men here. There's an E there, which means policeman is in plural form right now. The policeman is singular. The policemen are in plural. So what form should you take the word be? Good job, Shalom Grace. Fights, yes. You're welcome, sir. Thank you, Mama Irfan. The policeman. What's the plural form of the word be? I'll scroll up again for a bit. The plural form of the word be. Here is verb to be, singular plural. So verb to be is, Nurafika answers are, Dashini answers are also. This is why next time when I say take notes, you should really take notes. They are helpful. Okay. Take notes. Take notes. Okay. Range is plural. So the policeman. So policeman, when there's an E in it, is plural. When it's a policeman, it's singular. And that's are the answers that we got today. Let's check out the answers right now. In 3, 2, 1, the answers are walks, have betul, likes. So I like to wash the dishes. And we do betul, you take out the trash. One of the fights and the policemen are. Now teacher, kenapa I and you lain? I and you kita faham it's singular. I, you, seorang. I, you, seorang. It's singular. Kenapa tak boleh tambah S? Huh? What's going on? So I and you, what I ask you to do right now is separate that. I and you, even though they're singular, they're not treated as such, they're treated as plural. I like, you like, I take, you take. Think about the sentence that we use. I like to go for a walk. I go for a walk. I go for walks every day. I go for walks. Go now is the verb after that. Remember, SVO talks about the verb after the subject. Even though there's walk there, I go for walks, walks plural now, the verb after the subject is still for the singular, so for plural. That's why I asked you for two things to take notes of. One is the format, SVO. The first verb after the subject. I'll repeat, verb pertama selepas subject yang akan diubah bentuk dia. I go for walks or I walk every day. Walk and go is the verb that we affect. Cikgu tunjuk contoh alamak, tak apa. Okay. I go for walks. I walk every day. Okay. So dapat tak cikgu tulis itu? I go for a walk dengan I semua tu. I go for a walk and I walk every day. I. S subject here is I. Go is the verb. Object for walks. Because walks here, noun, is now plural. Walks is now a noun now. Here, I subject. Walk is the verb, which is why it's now singular, is now plural. Every day is the object. Why it's important to remember SVO. And then it's important to remember between between plural and singular. Because the shape subject takes. If I change I, tukar I ni dengan benda plural. If I change I to they is plural. They go for a walk. I and you is special. So I and you is special. So they go for walks. How about if I change it to singular? Like I'll change I. So I change to Teacher Uma. So Teach Uma goes for walks. If you understand that, I'm going to clear all this again. I'm going to erase all this. Teacher Uma goes for walks. And I think this is more important for me to explain right now for Form 2 students. I think Form 2 students, you can understand this. Cikgu percaya yang kamu boleh faham benda ni. So ambil nota dua benda ni, SVO format dengan bentuk I and you ni lain. And finally, the last thing I want you to remember is this one. This is the format we're talking about. This one, the verb to be, verb to do, verb to have. So please go to this and write it down in your book. You'll need to remember this. Tulis je. Kalau boleh tulis like 10 kali buat nota tu sampai ingat. Ini yang penting for this class, okay? So good job for attending. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. That's it for today. I'm going to stop share now. My name is Teacher Uma. Thank you so much for joining today's class. That's all the time we have. But teacher, I need to know more. Benda ni masih confusing lagi. That's okay. Join us on our portal at eKelas.com.my. I'll tell you more about it in the future. Exactly why I and you is treated differently. I can answer that too, but we'll have to answer that in a different class. Again, it's a long topic. So, tu cerita lain. Tu kalau awak minat, betul minat, kita bincang. Okay? Kalau betul minat, kita bincang. But ask that in the portal. Portal mana cikgu? At eKelas.com.my. Nanti awak join Bella Salim dengan Rashini dekat the Zoom video conference. Boleh tanya situ. It's called eKelas.com.my. Thank you so much to Anwar Afika. Thank you Muhammad Irfan. Thank you Rian J. Thank you Khadijah Shamila. Thank you Muhammad Irfan. Thank you Shalom Migres. Thank you kepada Muhammad Irfan, Dr. Kraft, and all the other students available in class. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in future classes. Also other science and maths, so please join us for that one. Schedule ada dekat portal eKelas.com.my. Announcements lagi yang ada adalah, hold on. Okay. 1. Subscribe, like and share to our Maxis eKelas YouTube channel yang ni. Turn on notifications by loceng tu. Click that to turn it on. So bila ada kelas, awak ada notifikasi. Ada kelas hari ni. Go to Maxis eKelas portal, eKelas.com.my. Dah sebut dah. Ada video, ada slides, and a lot of exciting activities that are available and given to you by Abang Portal. Tu orang lain yang akan uruskan benda tu. You will meet Abang Portal ni. Abang Portal will also post up pre-reading materials related to the live tutorial a few days before. So slide ni awak akan dapat awal. 4, tomorrow will be the live tutorial for maths and science. 5, ada quiz with vouchers from time to time. Minggu tu tak ada, tapi akan ada masa depan lagi. Number 6 happening now, ada competition, digital mission on photography. Digital mission bergambar. Yang akan ada peluang untuk menang e-vouchers kalau anda participate sekarang. Alright, so most of the things are available on eKelas.com.my. Don't forget that. My name is Teacher Umar. I teach English on Fridays. I'll look forward to seeing you in future classes. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you so much.